Peaches and the pastor. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster. You rollin' with Peaches and the pastor. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster.
Roses are red, yeah, violets are blue, boy. You know I'm in love with you. We gon' ride this thing till the wheels fall off. We gon' ride this thing just like them cars. You bring the sunshine, you make my light shine. You said you love me and that you're all mine. Who would ever believe that God loved me so to give me a king that makes my life so
You rollin' with Peaches and the pastor. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster. You rollin' with Peaches and the pastor. We got a love filled with joy and laughter. We gon' talk about how you and yours can master. Put God first, make the blessing come faster.
Yeah, Peaches, come on, let's ride till the wheels fall off. Come on, let's ride. Peaches, let's ride. Peaches and the pastor. Come on, come on. Let's take this ride. Come on, come on. Greetings, TrinityStrong Kingdom Broadcast, and welcome to another segment of
Peaches
and the Pastor. And we've got some other cool things to announce, right? We're also being sponsored by...
Yes, we are on WOVU LP Cleveland.
What? What's the what was that? 95.9?
Yes, 95.9.
Yeah, all right.
FM.
FM.
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah, when you're on FM, guys, that's some serious stuff, right?
Serious stuff right
all
there.
right. Well, welcome everyone, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the Peaches and the Pastor segments, and we're coming off the subjects relevant to vows and keeping your vows and all of that, and you guys was really homing in on that one.
Yes, they were. We getting all kinds of calls about those vows, but you know, that was a great. I hope you all, if you missed it, go back and watch that. Get that out the archives of Trinity Outreach Ministries on the Facebook page. It was an awesome series, and I think it really helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so too. And guys, anything that we're talking about and Peaches and the Pastor, we hope that it's a help to you, because these are things that are a help to us, and they're just cool stuff to do.
Just
right?
reminding people of what they said, you know, and then you were talking about whether it's a contract or if it's a covenant type relationship. It was just really, really, really good. But today is a new day.
It's a new day, and see you sporting this cool hat.
Yes. Do you like it?
Yeah. They come in black?
I'm probably
because I'm wondering if y'all are you. Guys, do you all like my hat? I'm wearing this cool cowboy hat, and I got this from Australia. You know, some of y'all can't see it because you're on radio. But.
That's right, and I got this from Rose, Mother Kingdom Queen. You'll be hearing more about that later.
All right.
But we're here on Peaches and the Pastor, and today we're talking about love languages.
Ooh. Love languages, huh?
That's right, love languages.
Oh,
There's 5. Can you name them?
There's 5? No, you name them.
Well, some say it's more. So I've heard 8, 7. But today we're going to talk about the 5 love languages. And you say, well, what is a love language? It's how you love your spouse, or how your spouse wants to be loved. What's the thing that really gets them going? Is it... words of affirmation? Is it physical touch? Is it gifts? Is it acts of service? Or is it quality time?
Yeah, it's all of those.
No, but you know, there's some love languages that really, or love language that you know that your spouse or significant other really, really gets them going. Like what gets them going? Yeah,
so I think that those are very, very key, and you're spot on, right? Did you ask me a question?
Well, no, I was just giving
Because-
you the lane to comment on those 5, and I was
So
just,
let me put this in perspective. Those 5 that you said, and I agree with every last one of them. But the important thing to run in between all those 5 love languages, there has to be some kind of a common string or a cord that runs in between all those languages. Something that puts you in direct contact with the other person. That's called love and respect. Because you don't have love for that person, nor respect for that person, nor do you honor that person. You have no incentive to communicate with that person.
well, you just hit it right on the head. That's why it's called a love language.
Right.
It's how you communicate with your spouse. What loving way do you communicate with your spouse that gets that spouse gets that spouse pumped up to know that you do care, and that these are the ways that you're showing it. And now,
Exactly.
just for example, I know that your love language is. What am I gonna say?
You tell me.
I'm going to say words of affirmation.
Well, you're right. Words of affirmation. And you know that because what?
Because I give you words of affirmation.
And you know it because you love me.
Yes.
All right. Because if you didn't love me, you wouldn't know that.
Oh, for sure.
As a matter of fact, you could know it without loving me. But what's the sense of knowing a language, a love language for me, if you're not willing to give it, share?
And that's what we're
You see?
talking about.
And that's that component that we can say that there's, baby, how come you haven't touched me? How come you haven't, how come we haven't planned a trip together? How come we haven't gone out to eat or something like that? But all those things are those triggers that your spouse or your husband or your wife like. But ain't nobody thinking like that because people are on the other side of their relationship.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
The point is, this is going to help you get back to that
get back.
Get back on that same page by using the love languages that your spouse has to get them back going, to get them back engaged. I know that you like words of affirmation, so to get you going or to get you pay some attention to what I'm saying, I'm going to
And I know you like pink and green.
I'm going to give you those words of affirmation. I'm going to tell you that you're doing a fantastic job, or that you are a man of valor, you're the man of my dreams, or I want to lift you up and say those things, and those things I know encourage you. And then in turn, you'll be looking on how or what love language that I like to return that back to me.
Right, and I'm so engaged in wanting to know that because I'm in love with you, and I want to know how to keep my love for you strong, and keep your beautiful self smiling, okay, and feeling happy because of what I'm doing for you, because we are different, and we have different things that we like and that we enjoy. But I'm going to make sure that I find out what you like in those areas, and be your turn and be intentional about making sure that I meet those languages, okay, that I meet those terms of your love. Yeah.
So that's right. That's couples, get out there and figure out what your spouse or your significant other likes. Are they really a quality time type of person? They might need that time. And when I say quality time, it doesn't have to be a trip and all elaborate. It could be just taking a walk. You know what I mean?
And people
Spending
just
time.
can't. You're right. And people just can't seem to keep things simple like that. Everything have to be the parting of the Red Sea.
Right.
the fall of the Jericho walls or whatever. Everything has to be so heightened on such a high level that you forget about just to walk in a park. You forget about just holding hands in your house.
Wow.
Okay, you start to
something.
put things at such a high level. And so chop it down, guys. Chop it down to what you know you can do.
That is so key right there. Is stop making everything so hard.
Yeah.
We make it so hard for ourselves that we can't succeed on no level.
Zero level.
Right. You can't. There's no success. Your expectation of yourself is so high you can't meet it. So just talking about quality time and just the simple things, taking a walk, watching a movie together.
Right, and that quality time is really sincere time.
Right.
Sincere time. And see, you know, if I had a private jet, had my own, house on a secluded island and all those kinds of things, I can have all those things, but that may not necessarily make you happy. Okay.
Nope, it'll just be the simple thing.
Yeah.
It would have been the walk that you could have took when you without spending all that money.
And it's because your heart isn't in it.
That's
okay? Right. And people can tell when the heart is real about anything, guys. You have to really get that in. When the heart is not in place in a real sense, and you put out a flavor, guys, that will be picked up by your spouse. Okay, so understand that it doesn't matter where you go and how much money you spend and how many trips you take. Guys, it's really going to be boiled down to that heart.
Well, that's keeping it very real. Yeah. I heard you doing an interview with 5 at Ghetto Pass Radio, which I love to hear. I love you talking to the men and everything. But one thing you said that really stood out is when you talked about being honest and transparent as a man, because I think that's the problem with men. Be honest with who you are and what you can do and who you are as a person. And it's not going to be, everybody's not going to be the owning millions of dollars of corporations and all this stuff.
Right.
So just being honest of who you are and as a person, and then don't go out with the ones that want more than what you have or what you can be or what you can do. Setting yourself up, for failure. Somebody out there just wants you. Because everybody's made unique and special.
Wow,
in their own way.
You're hitting on all cylinders. And I think when we come back, let's talk a little bit more about that transparency piece.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to be able to help a few people out there. Okay. But right before we go there, when we talk about the transparency piece, there are times when we just need to just lay it all out. Okay.
That's right.
And lay it all out in the beginning. Okay.
And that's including your love languages.
All right, welcome back, guys. Woo, we've been chopping it up, chopping.
A lot of talking and lips getting dry. Hey, listen, we're talking about love languages, and we talked about words of affirmation. We talked about quality time, and I wanted to make sure that we get all of them in. So acts of service. So if you know somebody, I know that was a big one for me, although
acts of service.
Yeah, acts of service, like those honey-do lists, paint the garage or those type of things. Acts of service.
Yeah, those acts of service is, I think, also related to acts of sacrifice. Okay, and when we talk about sacrifice, you're really talking about someone that you love to sacrifice to. And those acts of service will flow out of the spirit of sacrifice. And what do I mean by sacrifice? That means that you are prepared to give up something dear to you. to serve your spouse. Okay, whatever she wants, whatever he wants. So those acts of service, whatever it might cause you to be feel uncomfortable or something, but because you want to do something special for your spouse, you're going to do whatever it takes, even if it means sacrifice. That's where
that's
I'm
a good thing,
putting
especially
it. Yeah.
talking about time. People sacrifice their time to help their spouse. If you have a spouse
Right.
in business and you need some extra help and your spouse doesn't mind helping you with that, that's an act of service.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a sacrifice. That could be, your spouse could be doing whatever, but they're going to come and help you because they know that you need it. Number one, they know that you appreciate it.
Right.
And of course, this might be your love language. This might be the thing that they really, really like for you to do.
Yeah, that you're right. And in those discussions while you're dating, you can pick up that spirit really in the person that you're dating, whether or not that person is self-serving in their heart. You want someone who have a heart of sacrifice.
That's right.
You really do, guys. You really do. And if you are with someone with a heart of sacrifice, chances are when you marry that person, that carries over. But if you're with someone that really denotes that everything is about them, bring me, give me,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, you're getting ready to have a tough time. Yeah.
Because seriously, good healthy relationships and marriages is all about sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
You're sacrificing for me, I'm sacrificing for you, and together, we're building something.
Yeah, and that sacrifice helps you and helps that person believe that you are with them.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's a serious language.
Right.
Big time
It's a
language.
big love
Act
language.
of service. Yeah.
The other one is gifts. Gifts. Some women and men, they really love gifts. Doesn't have to be, sometimes I guess they are big gifts, but some people that just love gifts it could even be small things. I know I used to love or still love when you would surprise me with turtles. Not the big one, the big Katie did one. No, I'm talking about when he would be leaving the house and give me that little thing with 2 turtles in it. That you get in line when you're about to pay for your food or whatever at Walmart.
Yeah.
That is
or
a gift.
a pack of Twizzlers or something.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Twizzlers, and that's what, $1?
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. There's those small gifts, right?
Small.
That you're talking about. And those tangible things, right?
Right.
And then those non-tangible gifts.
Right.
This is where you can become very creative. What might be a creative, non-tangible gift, okay, that you can share, that you can give?
Non-tangible.
Non-tangible. Well, I would say that a non-tangible gift is for me to, sometimes I'll catch you, in the kitchen. You're doing your thing at the sink, and I come up behind you, and I wrap my arms around you, and I kiss you.
We get into that one, babe. That one is physical touch. We're not
that's
there
a gift.
yet.
But baby,
that's a gift.
But I use it as a gift.
Yes.
Because I know this is something that you like.
Yeah.
You like affection,
That's right.
And so I have to give you that,
Yeah, but
so
before you skip to that, babe.
I'm already there, baby.
I know you are already there. I'm trying to reel you back in because you said something that I wanted to talk about. You said non-tangible gift. And that non-tangible gift could be a note, like sticking a note in your... I guess that's tangible, but the words are kind of non-tangible. But putting those when you're not expecting it, leaving you a little note in your lunch or whatever, or on the pillow.
And you're on the right track. So I believe that those non-tangible gifts can be that part where you can be very creative.
Right.
All right. You don't have to buy a car. And I think the wonderful times that I've read things from you, it's been when it was in your own handwriting. When I know that you wrote it yourself, and I like things that are made by your hands. Okay, all right, and so that's a good place where we can be really creative in those non-tangible space of giving a gift.
And I'm bringing this up, family, and I always put in the preface it by saying it doesn't have to cost a lot, because we always think, listen, if you marry a materialistic person, I can't do anything about that, but hopefully as you're picking your spouse, you'll be conscious, of staying away from somebody that bases everything on material things. So hopefully you don't have that. But if you're in a relationship and you're sacrificing, you're building, and you're growing together, when we say stuff like gifts, I don't mean go out and buy some
and you got those
$1,000 shoes.
And I get that, but there are some people out there, and we know that, and they're listening here, that I don't want to give my spouse anything, nothing tangible or non-tangible.
Oh yeah, that's a whole.
And somehow or another, it becomes easier for certain people to buy something tangible than to give something non-tangible. Right. Because the non-tangible is where the work happens in your heart. And if your heart ain't in it, then you're not going to, I ain't giving that Negro anything. I'm just not, okay? So that's real talk. Yeah. And so we have to be able to understand the differences and be real, right? Be real, because this thing it's about relationship. It's about building a relationship and doing what we can do to make it right. But and we have to make sure that we're keeping things keeping honest, because y'all out there now, I ain't giving him nothing, ain't buying nothing for him, and I ain't gonna do nothing for him, period.
Well, listen, if you want to make your spouse smile when you go into the grocery store to grab some dinner or something, pick your wife or up a bunch of $5 flowers. Just in the line, and that will bring a smile to her face. Do small things are count a lot. I think it's the little things. It's just the little things. Yeah. I mean, you won't get away with that on Christmas. I'm not saying that, but I am saying to keep that spark going.
I hear you. I hear you, Peaches.
That's what you need to do.
Hear you.
And the last one is physical touch.
Okay.
Holding hands is important. Put your lap. I don't know what's funny. Did I miss something?
No, you good. You good. You rolling. No, I love it. I love it. I'm still on the other part. Okay.
Oh, wait, you on the other part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No. Because people just and it just real talk. And going back to that statement, I know we're on the physical touch, man, and you're rolling really good. I like the language talk, man, and we're rolling. But sometimes it's just really, really hard, to convey to your spouse how much, what you're really feeling in your mind, in your heart. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So sometimes it is. So there are some things. This is why transparency is important, and have good conversation, have good talk. All right. Let's move on, guys. My wife's looking at me like, what?
I'm just trying to make sure. Last love language is physical touch. I mean, listen, sometimes that's very important to your spouse. That's important to me. Yep. I need to know that that's the way I feel, that someone can show me that they love me by. I don't even mean sex. I mean more so the intimacy of holding hands, the intimacy of rubbing my back or rubbing your back, or giving you a kiss on the cheek, or walking past and you sit in your chair, kiss the top of your head. Physical touch,
Yeah.
That's important.
I'm imagining. I'm just. My mind is just. You had me just go off to a place.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
come on back, because listen, this has been good. This has been good. We gave them some good talk about love languages.
Yeah, I think it's real cool, guys.
You know, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and gifts. These are ways that we can show our significant other, our spouses, that we love them.
All right, that's a good deal. Well, guys, we'll be right back. Okay? All right, thank you. And we'll be right back.
Right back.
Okay, we're back, and this has been a real cool segment talking about love languages, and you selected this topic, so I kind of like it when you select topics. It takes some pressure off me.
Yeah, we choose together, but I do like talking about love languages, and I think it helps us to get back feeling good and engaged about the relationship.
Right, so if we were to do, if I want to just pick out one area and that we talked about, and I'm always addressing being transparent and so important. And sometimes we just have to present ourselves in our truest fashion.
That's important, because I was going back to that interview when you were speaking, and the thing that got me was, you know, you will end up in a relationship that won't last, or it's not a covenant relationship, if you're presenting yourself as anything other than who you really are at your core, and not being transparent with your
Right.
with what you want too.
Right.
You know.
Right. So that core is your legitimate self.
Yeah.
And that your legitimate self is what reached the heart of the person who you're with.
Right.
Okay. Unless your person that you're with is also a fake.
Well, then all bets are off.
Right. So, but to keep yourself in the clear, and I believe that God is in the mix when you present yourself in your real sense.
Right.
And then through that, you're able to pick up discernment in terms of whether or not the person that you're with is a person that you need to be with. Because if I have a low small car that's old, or I don't know, but it travels, and it may not be the best car, okay, but I'm picking someone up, okay, I'm picking someone up for a date, and I'm talking to somebody out there. Now, be proud. Always stand proud and confident in what you're riding in,
and,
okay, and who you are. Period.
And I like what was said in the interview, that if I have a house and I got a roof over my head and a job and a goal.
Yeah.
Listen, a goal, a job, and a roof over your head.
Don't be sitting around complaining.
Listen, you blessed
About everything you have. You're trying to take, man, I'm going to give me, this car keeps breaking down. You're always complaining. Whatever you have and whatever you do, guys, do it with confidence.
Yeah, and gratitude and appreciation for what you have.
Yeah.
And you're blessed.
And if she ain't cool with it, then
move on.
Move on. Skippy boo, that's what I say.
Yeah, skippy boo.
Yeah, move on, because that ain't for you anyway.
That's
because
right.
if you roll in, acting like you got, money, all that,
together,
then then you getting her under the understanding that you got all this. Then when you get married, you find out that she's find out that you don't have all of that. Now what's up?
Yeah.
You got a problem.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
But if you go in with your legitimate self, with
That's
your
right.
real self, this is all I got, baby. That's all I got. But listen, this ain't all me. I'm gonna be somebody.
That's right.
You know,
you got your goals and your dream and a
I got
plan.
a dream. I got a plan.
What about a plan?
Look at my plan,
Man,
baby.
you got potential. You got a plan.
And then a woman will look at that and say, "Oh, this man got a plan. we can do this together, right? We can do this together."
That's right.
All right. Okay.
Then you know you got a real woman.
You got your little woman, right? And then when you all rise together, then you all are feeling like, man, we did this together. You know.
Right.
So this is what it's all about. But guys, be real. Women, be real. I know it's hard for some of y'all women to be real and think.
Don't even go there.
That's another show.
That's a whole nother time.
Oh, y'all women.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
I ain't trying to hurt nobody.
Start some trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know but that's true. You got to be honest. You got to be transparent about what you want in life and about your dreams and your goals. And men, get a plan. That's
you got to get a plan. And I know some of y'all are out there saying, "Well, Pastor, finish your statement. You're about to say something about those women not being real." I'm just simply saying, guys, listen, the beauty salons and all of them are making big money, okay, to keep that image going, all right?
That's right, because that's how they like it. They're visual beings, so we have to keep it together, ladies. Keep it together.
It is all good, guys.
This is great. This is really wonderful. I'm thanking you for joining us on today's Peaches.
And the pastor.
And you know what that is. You've been rolling with Peaches and the pastor.
And we'll catch up with you guys.
God bless.
We'll catch up with you next week. God bless.